I believe we are going to Hidde de Vries, who is going to talk about something that I think everybody would like to see us succeed on, collaborating on lowering bundle sizes. Hidde, take it away.
Yeah, in the next 5 minutes, I'm going to talk to you about new web platform features that can help you save. I wonder if any of you have built any patterns where you had some content that overlaps other content. So like a popover or like modals, drawers. Thing is, with all of these kinds of components, if you use a library or some kind of third-party component, it can easily add to your bundle size. And I made these bundle sizes up, by the way, because I was going to compare a lot of them and do this whole scientific study. Just believe me, there's bundle size involved with loading in third-party libraries. And what's built into the browser is not in your bundle. So the things that I'm going to talk about are all things that are now or going to be very soon in the browser. Now, the theme of tonight is collaboration. So the collaboration angle is here that we're collaborating on making these components at a group called OpenUI, a community group at the W3C that is free to join for anyone. You don't have to be a member of the W3C or work for one. You can actually join these meetings wherever you are and whoever you are. And what we're trying to do is make built-in components and controls that are easier to style and make the ones that already exist easier to extend on. And it has lots of benefits. It can improve accessibility for users, it can make their experience better, but it can also make the developer experience better, because things can become a whole lot easier if they are first party. And of course, I think it can also improve your bundle size, because you're adding just a few bytes for each individual HTML element that you don't need to customize anymore. Now, I'll give you some examples. One is Popover. That is fairly new, and it shipped recently. I think it's really exciting. It is about making pieces of UI that are supplemental or contextual, and they are the so-called non-modal dialogues. Now, the way that it works is that you add the popover attribute to any element, and whenever you do that, you get a bunch of different behaviors for free. One of them is light dismiss, so when you click outside of it, it goes away. There's keyboard behavior, there's auto closure of other popovers, and then there's top layer presence. So this is one of the features in the web that lets you promote elements to the top layer, meaning they go above everything else, above the highest Z index that you might have in your application. So it's a specific layer that kind of sits next to the DOM, to your like HTML element. There's an extra layer that you know for sure is going to be on top of everything else. So the way it works is you add this popover attribute, and then if you want this to work without JavaScript, what you can do is make a button, call it toggle popover, and then if you add a popover target attribute to the button and an ID to the popover, that button now becomes a toggler for that popover. So there's no JavaScript required. You can open and close using that button without doing anything else. Now that's kind of nice. It's got partial support in baseline. That sounds like not so great, but the partial is due to there's a bug in iOS that breaks some stuff, but yeah, I think it's soon going to be supported everywhere. And it's also used in places. I don't know if you're familiar with this website called github.com. They have a lot of popovers in there. Or a lot of. They used to have more. I think they removed some of them. But these two that you see here are both popovers. So the menu that pops out, and then also the tooltip that is explaining what the plus icon does. So it's very cool. It's used by some companies. I imagine you might have lots of questions if you're not familiar with the attribute, but I only have 5 minutes, so I can't cover them here. I did write a bunch of blog posts, so share the slides afterwards. They are about the difference with dialogues, about accessibility that's built in. It comes with this for free. About what kind of role to use, and then also how to position them, because they're all kind of different subjects that are important to know about. Now there's other stuff that's built into the browser and that's not going to have to be in your bundle. For accordions, you can use the details summary combination, which is going to expand collapse items automatically. And what's kind of cool that got recently added is the so-called exclusive accordion. So when you add the name attribute to each of these details elements, and you use the same name attribute, then you can only open one at once, so the user can. So whenever you click any of these, the other ones will close automatically. Newly available, and it works in all major browsers. Now, the last one that is built in the browser but not in your bundle is going to be customizable select. Now, this one is a bit more far future. I wrote a blog post 2 years ago that said one day we'll have a fully customizable select. I thought it would be like that day or that year at least, but it's taking a little bit longer. Basically, what it allows you to do is that when you have a select element on your page, like this one, it's called make a choice, you can set this line of CSS, appearance-based select, and what that will do is it will turn it into a select that you can do anything you like with. And that's really exciting. So this is the browser default for it. But that checkbox you see there, the arrow there, and basically everything here, you can style and interact with. So you can do stuff to it. You can display this thing as a grid. You can change the colors, put images in there. You can go wild with this one. And that is something that I think we've all wanted for a really long time, and that we've used libraries for extensively. Now, we're still figuring out how this is supposed to work. One thing we're figuring out that you can chime in on is the user agent style sheet for it, because browsers are going to do some stuff, but not everything. And I was going to show you a real demo, but it's currently broken in Chromium. So I have 2 videos. So this one here is a customizable select. And then that one, it's a GitHub interface, but Una Kravitz recreated it as a customizable select. You can do stuff with emoji. And that one there is a grid example. So yeah, you can go crazy with this. There is a support in Chromium with the experimental web platform features flag turned on. But note that there will be dragons there, like I found out this morning when I was going to do that demo. So it's not entirely working yet, but you can play around with it and give us feedback as well. Because yeah, this is hard to build. It breaks some assumptions about how the web is supposed to work, which is why we're really careful kind of rolling it out and making sure it's accessible by default. So yeah, what's built into the browser is not in your bundle, and that's my 5 minutes. So thank you very much.